Alright boys, today we're going to be talking about a secret stub method that I actually ended up finding in MLB The Show. Now the thing about this stub method is the more stubs you put in, the more you get out. So you can make pretty much unlimited stubs on this stub method. Now this is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. If you're wanting stubs by grinding the game, some of the best ways to do it are one of the two. The Battle Royale method, which is really good. There's so many good cards in BR right now. And you get all of the cards along the way that you can sell for 6,000. By finishing the whole Battle Royale program, you're going to be making roughly 200,000 stubs. It is absolutely great. Cedric Mullins, Mike Messina, Anthony Volpe, all pretty good cards. And you're going to be getting all of those golds and other silvers and just cards along the way that are going to make a ton of stubs for you. The next best way to make stubs, if you're just wanting to play the game and make stubs, is going to be the events. For the rewind packs, all of these guys are going for 35k, and you get 2 or 3 of these. I believe you get 2 of these in the event. Nick Lodolo is also really good, going for 29k. Finish the program, you're going to be making roughly 150 to 160,000 stubs. These guys sell for a ton, so if you make it that far, you're going to be making 250,000. So just kind of a really easy and great way to make stubs right now is by playing the Field of Dreams event and the Battle Royale program, often overlooked before we get into the stub method today. So I kind of wanted to just go over that. Best ways to grind the game right now: events, Battle Royale. Pretty simple, but that's just the best way to do it. And let's get right into the stub method on how you guys are going to be making a ton of stubs. Some of the gaps that you can actually end up finding are nuts in the market right now. Now, I know we're starting to get towards late game, but just a little bit of reference. Look at my team right now. Pretty mid, you would say. Yes, they are, but I just started this account, and the fact that I'm able to get all of this in pretty much a day and a half and have 120,000 stubs means that you guys with God Squads who have not gotten banned multiple times for stub sponsors can get a ton of just amazing cards. Now, one of the big things that you can end up doing right now to end up making 6,000 stubs a flip and get roughly about 20 to 30 flips an hour is going to end up making it to where you can make about 80 to 100,000 stubs an hour if you are doing the right volume and you are grinding. Now, the first thing that I am going to say that you guys need is the MLB The Show companion app. Now, say what you want about the app. It is really good for market flipping, and this is what you're going to do is you're going to be doing it on your console and you're going to be doing it on your phone. First thing you're going to do is go to series. You're going to go to the 2022 All-Star program, and you can see at the gaps. Now, the cards that we are going to be focusing today, the cards that have good value and have a good buy now to sell now ratio. Now, what I look for is 4,500 and above. So first thing you're gonna do is kind of glance at the market. You can see Ryan Helsley is a great option here. Wilson Contreras, he fits it pretty much, 4,000, 4,500 there. Byron Buxton has a good flip. That's about 5,000 a flip right there. And Edwin Diaz. So just kind of look around and find some of these guys. Martin Perez is another dude. Now, the next thing that you guys are going to end up doing is not only checking the All-Star game and checking the market, but you're going to go to a website called theshowzone.io. I'm sure you guys have heard this about some of my videos, but I'm not a sponsor, I'm not an affiliate of them, but it's just a good program and good website. So you're going to go to Showzone, press on market, press on flipping, and you can actually end up looking right now that there is a really good profit per minute on a lot of these cards. Now, even some of the smaller ones are pretty good. You can see that some of the All-Star cards aren't even on this. You can see that Chris Bryant is on this, 33,000 to 44,000 right there, for about a profit of 5,900 and a profit per minute of 4,400. So the big thing here is profit per minute. I know it's kind of a little bit confusing, but profit per minute is really good because that means that they have a high volume. Sales per minute means that they have a high volume and they're selling a ton. Andres Jimenez is one of the best golds in the game right now. It's about 400 a profit, but you can see that he moves 8 a minute. So the ones that move really fast, and I know this starts to get a little bit complicating, trust me, hang in with me, you're gonna make a ton of stubs, an absolute ton of stubs, but you just kind of gotta look around that these are, and a lot of people use this website. So even though all these cards are up here, like Shohei Ohtani 1800 profit per minute, Chris Bryant 4400 profit per minute, a lot of people use this website, so a lot of people are going to be flipping those cards, so you're going to have to beat out a lot of people. Now the thing about this is that you can actually end up checking some of the all-star cards by kind of just glancing around and seeing some of the gaps here and kind of just making sure that these work. And it's a really good reference to have whenever you're looking at what cards you're flipping. But you look at this kind of just for a quick little bit of a gauge, and you can see, hey, well, this is working, hey, this isn't working. So one thing that you can tell by looking at this is that all-star right now, and a lot of these cards, they don't move as fast as some of these other guys, like O'Neal Cruz. If you're willing to spend 180k on flipping, I don't have 180k, but if you guys have, you can flip O'Neal Cruz for a pretty big profit and a pretty fast profit for about 3,000 a minute right now. But it is really good to kind of look at, so you can do some of these faster moving cards while you're doing some of these slower moving cards that have bigger profits. So kind of just glance at both, look at both, and you can end up figuring out what you're going to be flipping and how you're going to be flipping it for really fast stubs. Hopefully you do, but it's possible you don't, so that's why I wanted to say Showzone.io is a really big, amazing help. So what you're going to be doing is flipping these cards, some of the low volume, the high volume cards. You're going to have your phone in the MLB The Show companion app, and you're going to start putting in buy orders for a lot of these cards that are selling for a ton. Obviously, Paul Blackburn is one that I've got my sights on, so we go 25,002. Always go by a stub. You don't want to do more than that. And you're going to end up getting about 4 to 5 cards, picking 4 to 5 cards. If you have 100,000 or more stubs, you're going to pick about 4 or 5, and you're going to kind of just go with them. So I'm going to pick Paul Blackburn. I'm going to pick Edwin Diaz. And I am just kind of going to go after this. And you kind of just have to grind it. There's no easy way to do it, but you're going to have to pick some of them. I like them to be on the same screen, so I'm going to pick Byron Buxton right here too, just because it's a really good kind of, it's really easy whenever they're all on the screen. So you want to make sure that they all are, because whenever you do, it's going to make it to where it's easier to end up getting some of these flips over these other guys. So you have all of these cards, you pick out 3 to 5 of these, and you end up going to town on flipping these guys. Giancarlo Stanton is a little too expensive. Alek Manoah, and those gaps, they aren't even great at all. So I end up just sticking around these 25,000. If you have less stubs, then like I said, go to the show zone and check out some of those lower stub cards. Well, this is kind of what I've been doing to get all the stubs that I have. You can kind of just chill, and the thing that's so good about the companion app is it will tell you whenever they sell, and whenever you actually end up getting that sell now order. And so that's really huge, because you can check that out, and then roughly every 5 minutes, every 5-6 minutes, one thing I'll do is I'll check my orders, and I will make sure that my active orders out of all of these guys, that these cards are still not outbid. And so you're going to want to make sure they're not outbid, because if they're outbid, then you're just going to be losing them. So you can end up just about every 5 to 8 minutes just purging your active order section and just canceling all of these. So once you cancel all of these, you're going to end up being able to just go right back at it and start new orders, and obviously have the stubs because they never went anywhere. But that's just kind of the way that I've been making stubs, and it's the fast way to do it, and you can kind of just compound the more and more that you do it. I'm going to be doing a flipping challenge stream probably later in the week, in about a week or so, and we're going to kind of just show and break that down live. So if you're wanting to see this stuff live, then make sure that you press that sub button and turn on bell notifications, because we are going to be grinding this for an hour to 2 hours and end up seeing how many stubs we can get. Now, I've been kind of just doing this an hour here and there. I have made up to 50 to 60,000 stubs an hour, and I have already done this. So you can expect 50 to 60. Now, I am not as experienced as some of these guys. Ance Armstrong, another creator in the community, he has done this and made up to 150 to 160,000 stubs an hour. So you can make upside a ton. But that's just kind of the crazy part about all this, is that it is so unlimited and you can just skyrocket, absolutely skyrocket. So let me know what you guys think about this.